You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are consciousness, an eternal traveler wearing temporary disguises. The body is clay. The mind is smoke. But you, what you truly are, cannot be reduced to matter. Every heartbeat, every thought, every breath is not happening in time, but through time. And time itself, an illusion, a stage upon which your soul performs its roles, while behind the curtain, eternity waits. The ancients knew this. The Egyptians built pyramids as star maps, not tombs. The Gnostics whispered of a spark within the flesh, a fragment of eternity. And in the 20th century, a man named Edgar Cayce, called the Sleeping Prophet, entered trance states where he revealed a truth modern science is only beginning to suspect, that the soul does not live once, but many times, that it does not travel linearly, but across dimensions, and that sometimes, astonishingly, it lives more than one life at the same time. This is the mystery of parallel souls, higher dimensions, and the illusion of time. Let us walk through it together. The illusion of time. You believe you are moving forward, from past to present to future. But this movement is perception, not reality. Einstein himself said, "The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion." Quantum physics hints at it. Every possibility exists simultaneously in the field of potential. Time does not flow. It spreads. Like a tapestry already woven, your life is not unfolding. It is being read. Cayce spoke of this in his readings. He described time as a landscape. The soul, standing on a high mountain, can look across valleys, across centuries, seeing lifetimes as moments on a single map. Your past lives are not behind you. They exist now in parallel layers of reality, and your future self is not waiting. It already is. Parallel souls, many lives at once. Here lies the secret most difficult for the human mind to grasp, that the soul, vast and multidimensional, does not always incarnate in sequence, one life, then another. Sometimes it fragments itself, inhabiting more than one body at the same time. Cayce hinted at this. He said the higher self, the oversoul, may project multiple expressions into the earth plane for learning. Like rays from one sun, each life is distinct, yet all are sourced from the same center. Theosophy calls this the monad, the core spirit, eternal and indivisible, expressing through many lower egos across lifetimes and even across worlds. You, right now, may be one expression of your soul, but another you, another fragment of the same higher self, may walk the earth in another body, another country, another life. This is not reincarnation. It is simultaneity. Not one after another, but many at once. Why would the soul do this? Because time is not real, and learning is not linear. A soul may wish to explore compassion as a healer, courage as a warrior, wisdom as a monk, simultaneously, so that the higher self gathers the lessons all at once. When you feel déjà vu, when you dream of a stranger's life, when you sense inexplicable connections, it may be bleed through from another fragment of yourself, living a parallel existence, the higher dimensions. To understand parallel lives, we must understand dimensions. You are used to 3, height, width, depth. But reality extends beyond them, into planes the physical eye cannot see. Cayce described 7 planes of consciousness, layers from the material to the spiritual. The Theosophists spoke of the astral, the mental, the causal, each more refined than the last. The Gnostics called them aeons. Imagine existence as a great radio. You, as consciousness, can tune to many stations. The body receives one frequency, the earth plane, but the soul can tune wider. In higher dimensions, time bends, space dissolves, form becomes fluid. Here, the illusion of separation breaks. Here, you realize the other you have been searching for has always been yourself. This is why mystics describe experiences of unity, where boundaries dissolve and all becomes light. They are touching the higher dimensions, where the soul no longer sees through the lens of time. Dreams and the multidimensional self. You dream each night, and in those dreams you slip free from the linear mind. Cayce said dreams are not mere fictions, but excursions of the soul into other realms. Some are symbolic messages, but others, actual glimpses of parallel lives. When you dream you are someone else, living in another city, another age, it may not be fantasy. It may be your higher self, allowing you to taste another fragment of its expression. This is why some people dream languages they've never studied or skills they've never learned. It is not imagination, it is memory, but not from the past, from another dimension, another parallel life. Karma and parallel lives. What then of karma? Cayce described it not as punishment, but as balance, the law of cause and effect written into the fabric of consciousness. If you harm, you must learn compassion. If you cling, you must learn release. If you fear, you must learn courage. But karma does not unfold only across lifetimes in sequence. It can unfold across parallel lives. One fragment of you may be living out one lesson, while another fragment lives out its complement. This explains why some people seem to live extraordinarily intense lives, facing many challenges at once. They are balancing not just their own actions, but the broader work of the higher self across multiple dimensions. The illusion of separation. Here lies the paradox. You are one soul, and yet you are many. Like a prism refracting a single beam of light into many colors, the oversoul refracts into parallel selves. Each believes it is separate. Each believes it is unique. But when the prism is turned back toward the source, all rays converge again into one white light. This is why mystics, in deep meditation, speak of merging with their higher self. It is the soul remembering its wholeness. You are not just the character you are playing now. You are the entire theater. And the illusion of separation is the grandest drama of them all. Higher beings and oversoul guidance. Cayce said, "No soul is ever alone. Your higher self, existing beyond time, guides you. Spirit guides, ancestors, and luminous beings also whisper, nudging you toward awakening. Some are other fragments of yourself, parallel incarnations, acting as teachers through invisible resonance. When you feel guided by an unseen hand, when synchronicities arrange themselves like stepping stones, it may be your higher self orchestrating from a higher dimension. The Gnostics called this gnosis, knowledge of the divine within. The Tibetans called it recognizing the clear light. Modern mystics call it alignment with the higher self. The illusion of death. What then is death? Not an end, but a shift in frequency. The body falls, but you, consciousness, continue. Cayce described it as slipping from a glove, releasing a garment, awakening from a dream. And in that awakening, you may reunite not only with loved ones, but with parallel fragments of yourself. In higher dimensions, the many threads of your being weave together into one tapestry. You see that the warrior, the healer, the monk, the child, all were you. And you see that time was never linear. All lives were simultaneous. All lessons were one. Death, then, is not separation. It is revelation. The soul's purpose. Why does the soul fragment itself? Why live many lives at once in an illusion of time? Because consciousness longs to know itself. And knowing requires experience, and experience requires contrast. You cannot know light without shadow. You cannot know love without loneliness. You cannot know eternity without the illusion of time. Thus, the soul descends, refracts, multiplies. It plays every role in the cosmic drama until the play is complete. And when all fragments return, when all lessons are gathered, the Oversoul remembers, I am whole, I am eternal, I am one with the Source. Returning to the Source. The Gnostics called it the pleroma, the fullness. The Tibetans called it Brahman, the infinite. Cayce spoke of it as returning to God, the one mind, the creative forces. You are not moving toward it. You are not waiting for it. You are already in it. The illusion of time convinces you of a journey, but the destination has always been here. The only veil is forgetfulness. The only obstacle is identification with the mask instead of the actor. To awaken is to remember. To remember is to dissolve the illusion, and to dissolve the illusion is to realize you are eternity, pretending to be temporary. So let us return. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are consciousness, vast, multidimensional, eternal. Your life is not a line, but a circle, not a sequence, but a symphony. And every note, every parallel self, every dimension, every incarnation plays at once, harmonizing into the great music of your soul. Time is an illusion. Separation is an illusion. Death is an illusion. The truth is simpler and greater. You are eternal light. You are infinite consciousness. You are the soul that cannot die.